What are the top 2 or 3 things that you're identifying the agents are weak at? And how do you troubleshoot those with new agents?
Well, it would be necessarily, concentrating on calls, and then being comfortable with the client, not necessarily, trying to keep constant rapport with them, be able to, stay with them, stay in contact, not having gaps in the conversation and showing that you do not know what you're talking about really. Because at the end of the day, no, you took a course, you're technically a licensed professional now. They never took a course. Regardless, as long as you sound confident and you know what you're saying, you just sound confident, because regardless, even if you don't know what you're saying, but you sound confident, the client dang sure doesn't know either. So you don't
Yep.
want to show in your tone of voice that you're nervous, that you really don't know what you're talking about. You don't need to apologize. Say That's one biggest thing. When I started, I wore a rubber band every time I said or every time I stuttered or something like that because I was nervous. I'd flick that rubber band. Eventually, the rubber band broke, and I'm glad it broke because I quit having to do it. Um, See, I said again, just because once you start, you keep going.
It's
So I
true
make
though.
sure to eliminate it from my language is what I try to do.
So like that's awareness. How do you coach that into a new agent where they're like, I don't know what's happening. It's not, they blame everything except for the person in the mirror. And it's usually me. If I biff a sale, it's me. I didn't build enough value. If I didn't have enough activity, it's me. I didn't make enough dials. If I didn't have enough people to call, it's me. I didn't buy enough leads. You came to me with that built into you already. How do you instill that quality in the new agents that you're coaching so they start to act aware?
If you see a problem, state the problem as real as you can, and then tell them what are the possible solutions. I don't know, YouTube, Google. I just tell them what I do. I don't necessarily tell them what to do. I tell them what I would do because it's their business at the end of the day. But I do want them to feel self-responsible for anything if anything's not going their way, it's still on them at the end of the day. So I tell them this is what I would do, and go to YouTube. I'm 100% YouTube educated pretty much for all the knowledge I have. A lot of it's from YouTube videos when it comes to and books as well, but a lot of it comes from that. So I tell them, if that's your problem, I'm sure a million other people have that problem as well. So look for resources to be able to find a solution, because almost every problem you have, there is a solution. Sometimes you just have to look, and then but first it starts with identifying that problem in yourself. And sometimes you're blind when you're so caught up and your brain's so busy learning all these new things, but you need to stop and think and kind of reminisce on what you did of the day, kind of like a mental report on yourself of what you could have done, what you couldn't have done. Then when you find that problem, find the solution. If you can't come up with one, Google it, see what pops up. Just watch YouTube, use keywords on Google, whatever. There's 110% someone else in this world that puts something on the internet to be able to find a solution for that problem.